through. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be 4 sets of armor. Blade, of course, with the smoke to flash. But only one smoke to work with it. They go towards A. Will be the standard tactic, but only one smoke. Presumably it goes towards CT spawn. Actually not. Goes into connector. So flash over. Final commitment coming in. Twist to defend.
Twist to defend. Be another Canadian in the major if he makes it. Elige. The work out toward connector bomb is going to be planted inside of the site by Blade. It's planted at the edge of the boxes, so it's visible from many different angles. In fact, Palace is arguably the weakest spot to see that plant from due to the double stack in front of it. But that's neither here nor there, Henry. What's here is connector. Elige working through it. Finds World Edit. Stanislaw goes with Canadians in this team as Nitro gets Markov. Response comes in, though, from FlipSid. Electronic with 2. Waylander and Blade. And it's down to JDM quite quickly. 4 kills in a row for FlipSid.
Yeah, nothing JDM can do with this one, I'm afraid. The bomb's too far gone for him. No kid as well. Picks one up, but he gets headshot in the process. Final kill for Waylander. Pretty simple round for FlipSid there. Open bomb site, 1 smoke towards connector. Flashbangs were good as well. Opening kill in their favor. Good crossfire set up there, and an explosion from the Palace and lower ramp area. Finding all the kills required. 2 for Waylander, 2 for Electronic. Blade to finish things off. So good start there for FlipSid. Best of 1. A lot of pressure. Every single round counts there. Scout and a force by overall for Team Liquid. Only JDM, of course, the all-pro of the team, will be going full eco. 3 rifles for FlipSid, 2 AKs a kill. And MP7 as well, a gun we're seeing more and more of. The UMP, of course, for World Edit. And Blade does not give much away on the anti-eco situations, or anti-force buy, I guess, in this scenario. He'll be playing very loose and default at the start, spreading things out. No rushes here. We saw a few blunders earlier from Immortals. Like in this sort of game, you just can't take the risk of saying B rush. Let's just hope for the best. I really don't like that at all.
Electronic. Slowing things down inside of Palace. He'll just anchor the position, hold it, wait for his teammates to get somewhere more viable for which he can take advantage of the angle. Such a young-looking bloke. I do remember the first CIS minor that ever happened.
Yeah.
I don't remember where Anders was, but he was watching the scorebot and getting super excited about him because he dropped 40 kills or something.
Sure.
In typical Anders fashion, he thought he was the next best player in the world.
Of course.
He does, of course, play with the best player in the world in Markelov, so it's only natural that, you know, protege, sensei, master, whatever it is.
Good start, though. A-split coming in. First kill in their favor. Stanislaw, though, looking to subside the terrorist. Gets 1 kill, but that's all he'll get. Good trades from FlipSid. And Waylander going 1 step better than that. 2 headshots from the AK-47. 4 players up. Twist, the last player remaining. The 17-year-old sensation. Seeing if he can cause any sort of dent into this round, but no nades. Just a CZ. He might just have to back out of this and save it to the next round. So FlipSid, like I said, very good at these sort of rounds. Rarely make mistakes and should be getting 3-0 for sure here. They'll definitely get the 2-0. If there's a full eco next round, it's almost guaranteed. Waylander with 3 frags in total. Twist now backing off towards the B side. Might as well save the CZ. He's got head armor as well, so a large investment for him. See if he can get some frags next round. Won't find anything else. They won't even go hunting for him. I guess it's not worth it. They know he hasn't got a rifle. That's already locked down. They've got more to lose than they have to gain right now, the FlipSid side, so might as well just leave him alone.
Just a pistol twist.
Indeed. So, JDM will bring out the orb next round. He'll be up against World Edit, of course. Up and down player. Can be absolutely amazing, like sometimes godlike. Sometimes non-existent as well. That's the problem they have. Electronic can have a star player of the team. Let's see who decides to turn up. Waylander, of course, as well, can be very good for them. He's displayed some good shots so far, getting warmed up, it seems. Players to look for on the Team Liquid side will be, of course, Elige, considered by many to be the best North American player in the moment. Along with Twist as well, young talent.
He agrees with you.
Really?
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Definitely not touching controversy. Look at this push from the pistols. Markelov hears them all coming. Markelov. They try and shut him down. They go up the ladder. They know he's there with the AK. Back him down and toward the courtyard. Thankfully for his sake, no one goes back down the underpass and catches him off from that direction. Meanwhile, on the A site, they're in. Well, then it's gone through the vents. Cut off CTs at stairwell, namely JDM, who pulls out an SMG, but then there it is. World Edit round to catch him off. And Markelov's gone silent long enough. They've given up on him to try and get closer to the A site. And as he gets back into the picture, he'll find Twist from Catwalk. FlipSid3 is going to find round 3.
FlipSid3.
That almost sounds cooler.
2 players remain now. Clinical stuff from FlipSid, only giving away 1 frag in the last 2 rounds. That should be it there as well.
Did you know that Sid Highwind is the only character in every single Final Fantasy?
No.
He's the only one that's in every Final Fantasy game.
Fascinating.
It is probably the best series of all time, so yeah, it kind of is, actually.
Relevant.
Yeah, it's gaming. We're all just a bunch of nerds, right? Who sit in our basements and play games. So definitely relevant, Hank.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking like the media for a second there.
It's first gun round time. Timeout, all right, from FlipSid. Interesting time to take it. Maybe.
Might be technical then, but it says tactical timeout, 1 of 4, so.
Guess you've got him. It's 1 map. Gun rounds obviously be important. Work out the money of the opposition. Do they have the orb? Did we know if
that shadow going on to Markelov is so worthy of a Photoshop. In fact, it doesn't even really need one.
I didn't even see what you meant.
Don't worry about it. For those who have noticed, they know.
So JDM brings out the orb. No defuse kits here. No incendiaries at all. So do they go for more aggressive play? Do JDM try and force the first kill? We'll see. Timeout comes to an end. What's the play from FlipSid? These sort of rounds, you know, the city's full spawn in the second round. You can go for a set piece off the bat. A lot of teams opt for that. Go towards A at the very start. Try and overwhelm the CTs who might not have incendiaries, hold you off any smokes, and that could be an interesting idea. Big round, though. If you win this, you get the 5-0 almost guaranteed. So, I'm seeing some chats in the server right now. They are saying they're ready to go. Or maybe there was a slight technical issue as well. I'm not sure. But still, we're underway. Difficult round for Liquid. This is the problem with force buying in the second round.
And here we go. AWP for JDM. Blade gets rid of a decoy and picks up an additional nade.
We're just trying to smoke a T-spawn on the T side. It's not a great start.
Smoke extinguishes the additional Molotov as well. And JDM's got a slight angle. They've got to be careful. This smoke should catch him. No, it doesn't. So he's still got this to play with. This could be decent. Oh, timing off the flash. It lets them cross on Cat. Second one's going to leave him, again, hopeless in finding a shot, so they can now work on to B.
Stanislau, though, first frag. There's a trade coming in. This is big. Nitro Gates, nothing. B site not completely open, though. Stanislau now, the last line of defense, gets 1 frag, but he's flashed. Surely be taken down. There it is. Waylander finds him. 3 on 2 now. This is absolutely everything. JDM drops with the AWP. That's going to be the round. Surely concluded now. Twisto lying in wait, sneaks onto the bomb site. Undetected, there's a guaranteed kill. No kit to work with, remember, but gets 2 frags now, but can't find the third. Blade takes him down, a nice shot with the Galil. Bit touch and go there for FlipSid, but comes down to the 1v1. They come out on top. That's a big round for them to win. Lots of money available, breaking the economy of Liquid as well. 4-0 has to be the eco for Liquid. $3,000 per player. Can afford a partial buy. They have maximum loss bonus next round, so $3,400 into round number 6. Not the great start they were looking for. Technically a CT-sided map, but it depends on the matchup and what side they prefer. It's quite a bit funny, like there was a smoke down in T-spawn last round. I thought, okay, well, whatever tactic they had in mind, it's going to be a little bit flustered at this point, considering that. Not the ideal start, but they managed to recover. B split worked out very nicely.
Blade. Molotov down under shadow and walk out toward A site. No one inside of the site itself, no one even at CT, very passive from Liquid. These two teams have a history as well of playing in a qualification stage on this map. If you go back to, I think it was Katowice, hold the phone, Twist and Elite getting kills, Katowice 2015 qualifier.
Oh no!
That's
Blade.
impressive. That's so impressive from Twist.
Easy kill on the plate, he whips all the bullets in the back and it cost him the round.
4 kills for Twist as well on the pistol. I was talking over it thinking nothing was going to come of that with the site wide open. And Blade, who had bomb walking out, gets caught off. It goes down towards Sandwich. As you say, he whiffs.
Massively. A player ran by him and he just missed the 20 bullets in the back of a player of a CZ. This is the shot here. Twist headed back to him. Oh, look how close he is. How has he done that? Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well,
I was going to say, just to remind you, that these two teams played for a qualification spot on the Katowice qualifier, and it was Smokes from FlipSid that limited Tit and Liquid back at the site. That round started reminding me of that. They were too passive in that particular game. This is a whole different situation in that round. Smoke down from Elige will hold Waylander back out to middle. Elige trying to look back at top of it, but it's Blade that goes back in with a Molotov towards Shadow. Flash comes out though. Twist gets Blade. This is a little game of cat and mouse.
Oof, this could be the unraveling of FlipSid. Very convincing round for Liquid now. He'll be all back out. JDM hits his first shot with the weapon. Clean sweep so far as the second comes in as well. Electronic goes down. Just Markelov left with the Galil. He finds one kill, but that's all he'll get. Nitro finishes things off. Very clinical round there from Liquid. 4-2 now. Getting back into this. It was looking like it was destined to be a 5-0. Number 7. Money now for the FlipSid's team. They're going to be after going for an eco here. Deagles. I think there's Glocks as well. Electronic. To shows what he's got. Just a Glock as well. Number 7. At this point, Liquid know will be an eco after seeing what they had on the previous round with Galils and AKs. Can display a little bit more passively here. Now we really have got a game on our hands. They'll be getting close to tying things up here on the CT side. No nades, no armor. Quite a simple procedure. 14 Liquid.
JDM. Oh, spotting 2. He's going to Molotov JDM behind up the boxes at middle. And leave his AWP in a prime position, but Markelov coming out from underpass doesn't sit around and find an angle. Passive this time for JDM to re-peek as they get closer to the bottom of mid. He stretches out the angle as well as a nade went in from Cat. Took decent damage into them. But now they'll go for the boost. What is this boost?
Just to look up and try and find the AWP. Oof, he spots one.
He knows what they're doing now too. Knew where that jump came from. But this time they'll go straight in. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. He's got to go to the vent. Somehow Elige comes to his aid. Rotates back in from jungle. Thankfully so at the right time. He'll find World Edit trying to slip in connector as he does so. And then JDM still alive due to all of that. That's the shot toward the vent on Waylander.
Bit touch and go there for JDM, but like you said, Elige saves his bacon, and we're going to round number 8. 4-3. FlipSid still with the lead for now for the next gun round, but Liquid seem to be turning up the heat here. All comes out for World Edit. We see him have a big performance. He's one of the star players for FlipSid who only seem to really turn up the majors. We haven't seen them much throughout the regular season. They're playing anything like Pro League or ECS or anything like that. Just seem to come to life in the major qualifier every single time. Here we go. Blade very quick towards the end of Palace, gets punished for it. JDM is waiting for him, moving around to every single position he could think of. Nitro have a nice frag as well. They're looking like the better team right now. Aggressive, aims are coming together, and Electronic just has to make his way out of Palace. Gets one frag. Can he get any more?
Markelov trying to find his way in from Tetris. Put shots toward Elige, who now gets naded, taken down by the nade, but JDM. Good shot, reverse fire toward Tetris, takes Markelov out. 24 HP World Edit. Now we limited from entry on A. He's going to go back and see if he can find a kill. Leaves bomb. Electronics got no interest in the bomb, though. He wants to go find kills of his own, potentially from top of middle. 56 seconds to work with. It's fine to work the picks. Electronics actually going to go back toward Palace instead, but still leaves the bomb behind. He's not really sure what he wants to do. I think he's going to jump down just to get the bomb. Is he? Flashes his teammate in instead. Then goes Palace. They need a pick. Goes without saying. Nitro's set for this. He's a little bit unsure. Stanislaw's gone so passive inside of A. Or in B, rather, excuse me, that Nitro's got to put some eyes on connector. There's the pick they need. Bomb's been gathered up as well by World Edit. Electronic backs off, doesn't commit to the CT spawn peak just yet. JDM is there. No smokes, but a safe side plant on the box. JDM knows that he's going to be escaping toward A main. Finds the shot as soon as the bomb goes down. And Stanislaw gets much closer from inside a connector as Electronic fights inside of the site, drops in, they know where he is, but he's still got position, he's still looking fierce. He's more than willing to take the battle. Definitely positioned himself to stay away from JDM, but Stan wins his exchange, and it'll go another round for Liquid. They bring it back to 4-4 after a slow, sluggish start, I have to say.
Absolutely. Getting the 0-3 and losing that first pistol to the 1v1 as well. Much does go in their favor. It's a great start for Liquid. JDM, like I said, being dynamic at the start of rounds, goes towards Palace, finds the first pick on Blade as well. Nitro with a frag, a 5-on-3 that comes down to quite the dicey 2v1. Missing a couple of shots. Luckily for them, Electronic ran out of bullets on his AK-47. Couldn't find anything more out of it. The bomb went down. It means we get another plant and a round here for FlipSid. Round number 9, they have a buy. Galil for Waylander once again, but the AWP out for Wild Edit. 4 in a row for Liquid. Double AWP setup this time. Nitro normally the secondary AWP, but that's living up to expectations for now, and Stanislaw aggressive towards mid. Can he get this first pick? I don't think he goes further than this. He's got his teammate behind him watching towards underpass. They're going to challenge together now. No flashbang, but a great shot. Sometimes that's all you need. 3 of those, in fact, coming in. Stanislaw, JDM, and Liege finding kills at the same time. Electronics to T-spawn. Hand off the keyboard as well. Just thinking, well, this one's over. Pick up the bomb and see what we can do.
Electronic through the smoke at the top of mid. Won't push all the way to the boxes just yet, but Blade and Electronic tried last time. Didn't work. They were against 4. Rather against 3, I think, actually. Excuse me. This time they're against 5. So, best of luck to you, lads. Smoke down to cover off window. Electronic will work with the AK. Oh, I thought good shot from Blade. Right anticipation, but misfired. Gave Electronic the confidence to go for the shot, but even he got lagged up. He's down to 16 HP.
Indeed. Shouldn't have a shot within this round. With 30 seconds remaining, no real map control. Going towards short. CTs will definitely be ready for it. He's going to take an amazing shot from Blade to open things up. CTs be strange for them to give anything up here.
He just charges in. Timing. Even though he missed that first shot, Nitro gets it back. Electronic goes down. I have to say, I imagine World Edit very much enjoys playing with Electronic because he seems to listen and do exactly what he wants and play off him in those situations.
Yeah.
We know Blade loves that.
Yeah. Love it all they like. It's going to be very difficult to win rounds. They're losing the first 3 picks consistently there. Nice aggressive round there from Liquid, as I said. 1 towards upper middle, 1 watching underpass. Shows the time. Went together. JDM chimes in as they find those 2 frags top middle. Nice shots from Liege and Stanislaw as well, to be fair. Double orb setup still ringing true for the CT side. Another EK for FlipSid. Bit of a partial buy. We've got some nades, PT50s, Tech 9s. I'm going towards A this time. 5-4 in favour of Liquid now. And JDM finds the first shot. And NHE conversion as well towards B. Final commitment from FlipSid. Take a deep breath, run through the fire, hope for the best. Not looking too good though.
Stanislaw's looking great. Peter. Ooh. Peter Pepper picked a peck of peppers.
Yeah.
If Peter Pepper picked a peck of peppers, how many peppers did Peter Pepper pick?
4.
Ooh, he did get 4. You're right.
Yeah, see what I did there?
Yeah.
It all works out. Okay then, well, not really much to report there. No bomb going down. 2 players running through the flames of B. Punished for it. You can see them burning alive there. What a nightmare. Oh dear, oh dear. Stanislaw, loving that. 6-4 now. Liquid looking quite comfortable after going 4-0 down, I have to say. Still fist bumping. Markov and co. Still believing. Round number 11. All forward at it. Full buy once again for the T side. Let's have a look where JDM is. He has been dynamic. He's actually towards the A ramp. Up close and personal as well. I'm liking that. See if he can take down one of those. Waiting on the other side with the AWP as well, so he might be tempted to come and challenge. Electronic in the apartments. It's going to be an 8 split map. Here it comes.
Comes indeed. Liege can't quite see through the smoke. Backs off toward jungle. Electronic will wait inside a Palace with Twist this time on top of the balcony. Jump through from Blade. Oh, timing. Liege looks away. Blade gets in. Does he see his shoulder or not? He thinks he's there. He's certainly open to the possibility, but he's not sure of exactly what's going on toward the top of connector either because he has no eyes on it. They've pushed A main, so Liege is essentially on an island by himself, and that's probably the right call. Get out, give it up. You've already lost the information. Puts a lot of pressure on the 2 players at A main, though, and it's very disjointed from Liquid. So even though Liege gets back in position, he's already lost the other approach toward A. Nitro through the edge of the wall, tags up. He's going to get found through the vent, though. Poor timing on his refrag as the Liege gets 1, but watch the fact that they've controlled the vent. They haven't pushed through to flank out the players on CT. Definitely look poised to get their 5th round finally after going 4-0. Nice shot by Stanislaw. Got a smoke in his hands. Markolov's able to collect.
Good round from FlipSid there. Came down to the timing. Just they decided to commit. That's when players stopped watching key positions. Just as Elise took his attention away from the jungle, or window position, I should say. That's when they fully committed. JDM missing a few shots there, caught in a difficult situation. Players pincering him from the connector and a ramp. Couldn't really do much about that. If he hits one of those shots, maybe the round's a different story. But calculated play from FlipSid. Good mid control. Actually managing to find the AWPer and take him down. Still money available though for FlipSid. And of course Liquid. And we're going to round number 12. Single AWP setup this time. JDM off short. He is in a different position every round. You do like to see that. Keep it unpredictable. I mean, they can't really counter you in any round if you're changing your position up every single time. You have to slow things right down, work out where you are, then base their play off that. Round number 12. Coming to the dying sectors now with the first half. Well done this time. Working the B apartments. Decides to fall back towards middle. That's with the bombers as well. Knocking up on the underpass. Pre-firing every corner. You can never be too careful down there.
They love to be slow, FlipSid.
They do.
We knew this game would be the longest, yep, of the three that we had. Because again, they're going to drain down the clock. Smoke for JDM. The last of the smokes on the CT side. Fire aside from that to slow them down. Out. Nitro checking corner, has Stan above him. He's gone down, so Nitro now has to back off. They each found a kill though, so better for them. And for FlipSid, as JDM reads the fact that World Edit was killed and Waylander was spotted dropping down, was able to repeat correctly, and it's down to Electronic with 12 HP.
Indeed.
He always looks so sad.
I guess this round is nothing to be happy about.
Yeah, no, but all the time he just looks like, really? Is this what's happening?
Again. 10 seconds.
Just completely broken.
We've all been there.
Yeah, tell me about it. Nitro takes down Electronic. Little rub of the brow, and then it's 7-5 for Liquid.
It's a full reset as well, map for FlipSid after winning the previous round, losing the subsequent. Good shots from JDM. You only get $1,400 into this round, and that's not going to be enough to buy. This is a best of one. Winner goes to the major. You would assume... Well, to be fair, there's justification for both teams. Like you said, Liquid have been to grand finals, semi-finals in recent memory. FlipSid, though, they've been at every single major so far. How crazy is that?
Yeah. That is actually insane.
They must be one of the very few teams that have done that so far.
Elise backing up. Gets Electronic, actually, as that kill happens. So 2-1 almost simultaneously from JDM. JDM gets another. It goes 8-5 for Liquid.
Quite promising now. We're number 14, 8-5. Money's still not really established on the T side. About 4K per player. It's enough to get the AKs out, sure. They're going to have to sacrifice some of the firepower. They'll go for Galils instead. An MP7, in fact, for Markolov. Okay, that's out there. So they do get the nades, and I would say set piece for sure. Go towards A. All the smokes down, all the smokes, Molotovs in, flashbangs. You've got this lack of firepower. You have to. No other choice really. The default's not going to work for you. You're not going to get picks. That's exactly what they'll do. 5 players on this side of the map, 1 in the palace. Smoke over. Hope you can lock out players like Nitro and Twist, who have been great on this bomb side so far, especially Nitro, been great. We'll see what he can do. Smoke's over. Here we go. Oh, is this maybe a fake? They're not going straight away. They haven't adjusted either, so it's just more delayed. Molotovs to follow, and presumably flashing over now and going in.
Twist trying to get back through the smoke, can't do anything of it. Waylanders got the opening kill onto him. In fact, it's a good smoke execution. This time Liquid is limited. With no aggression inside of a massive gap in the smoke, but even then Nitro couldn't work his way back through, and when he does, Blade greets him. It's Markolov to plant the bomb. It seems all too calm at this moment because Elige has to sit back and let the rotation come in from both the ladder and connector. Liquid losing JDM and Elige swiftly. It's probably best off to just try and find exits and take money down, but all 5 stay alive with quick executions.
That's all they could really do. Like we said, the limited firepower and MP7 Galil. Very rare. That's going to work out for you, but FlipSid, known to be a very tactical team. The executions are always on point. Perfect there with a set piece, doing a very good job. Not a single frag going against him. A pause comes in. Who's this for? It's for FlipSid, in fact. Their second pause up the map so far. Pulling around back. 1, 2, going on, I guess 3, considering the fourth as well. After going 3-0 up, they have lost the half, but 8-7's absolutely fine on the T side. Still anyone's game. Looking likely they'll pick that up after what I've seen so far. Just a pause to work out, okay, how do we win this game now? What can we do to guarantee this last round? We know they're being aggressive. They're moving that AWP around. The set piece seemed to be very successful there. Quite a passive hold from Liquid on the A side, not playing in front of the smoke, so Twist locked in like CT spawn. Couldn't do much once the smokes were deployed, and they had to spray through the smokes, giving any AWP traces, obviously, and getting taken down by the AK fire. I think an AWP's down for Nitro as well.
I'll make Anders a deal.
Go on.
I will say Markolov is the greatest player of all time as well if he wins a major in CSGO.
It's not exciting me as much as the cream pie.
You know what? I'll even take a cream pie if Markolov wins a major in CSGO.
Okay, now we're talking. I'm getting somewhere. All right, Anders, you've heard it there.
You love cream and pies. Public, typically. JDM gets Wayland Leash. Will back off inside of connector, but watch the entrance onto B. They're already up toward the apartments. And looking to try and get past the windows is World Edit, but smoke's down. Stanislaw has the angle, but not the kill. Electronic finding Twist. It suddenly turns because Blade gets a Legion connector, and the round opens wide for FlipSid. Oh, careful, because JDM's got a slight gap that he makes work before being smoked off.
Well, Edit coming with the flank as well. Surely going to find this frag. There it is. Nitro goes down. Pretty much guarantees the situation. JDM, not in the... He thinks it's B. Or at least trying to find the frag on this side of the map. Yeah, this is down. He's running with 15. There it is. Realizes there's nothing to be found. I'll have to go for it. Makes some footsteps, suggests he's actually going deep in CT spawn. Comes through vent. There's 1 kill. That's the start with the bomb ticking away.
I believe.
Surely don't give this away.
Let's go, Ace. JDM. Oof. Ace Ventura on the case. Looking to be Liquid saving grace.
No, he's just going for frags now. He knows it's done.
Stop it. Electronic kills him. It's going to be 8-7. 4-0 start for FlipSid. It's brought back. 8 rounds. Liquid in the end means they at least win the half, but it's going to be a challenge to win out T-side. To be fair, FlipSid traditionally is a better T-sided team.
We'll see what they can do here. With the advantage, a slight one for now. As they switch over, still anyone's game though. Pistol, obviously, in best of ones, huge. FlipSid won the first half, got the 4-0. And then a round stolen away with pistols. That was strange to see. Blade with one of the biggest whiffs of the tournament. Pretty much had the AK in his back and missed it and gave Twist an opportunity. 4 kills in total to finish things off with the AK that was dropped by Blade. Round number 1 though. 1 smoke, couple of flashbangs here. What are they getting aggressive towards middle? Let's see if he can find the first pick. He has got a player on short as well with the range advantage of the USP. Looking for those 1 taps. Not quite going to land it just yet. Still challenging though, doing considerable damage towards the lead, but a full back at this point. After taking a shot to the chest. Still the smoke up, that's Nitro. Upgraded pistols here. Now it stands still once again. Players heading towards underpasses. Looks like it's ending up to be an H split with the players in T spawn as well. Probably a similar approach for smoking connector or CT spawn. Flash over. Try and get that bomb down. That'll be first port of call. But they have got a CT looking at underpass from what I can see. Yes, indeed. Well at it. Once again, looking for those 1 taps. Does a lead give them the opportunity?
Stanislaw going to work his way from Palace. Or at least disguise the fact that he is. With a decoy, Henry. Next level strats in the pistol.
Next level.
That's World, and it's going to back off. It's Markolov that strikes. Push out from Catwalk and JDM. Clock in hand. He's actually gotten behind them, but World Edit finds him first, and it's a 2-man advantage for FlipSid. Watch World Edit because smoke dissolves. He's got a gap. But he's also got Nitro to contend with. That didn't take much. Stanislaw, double box, bomb, front triple, Twist beside it. And down he goes after only 1. Markolov gets yet another kill, and it's a pistol round for FlipSid.
Both pistol rounds, in fact. Team Liquid looked pretty uninspired at that one. After getting attention in the middle, they seemed a little bit flustered. Very slow A split coming in. Normally you do those very quickly and try and find CTs, I guess, not prepared for the execution coming in there. They allowed Water to look towards underpass, found 2 players, didn't get a kill, but he fell back and got lots of information. Then he got 3. Looked very good there with the silence USP, and as I said, both pistols down. That's huge. In a best of 1, where it comes down to a veto where it's kind of middle ground in terms of the map, that's huge. That should be almost guaranteed victory, especially when you get the 4-0 in the first half as well. Liquid to recover. Nice little celebration there. Of course, you're going to be pumped.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
the line. It's getting to the major is a big step. HE grenades, 3 of those for Liquid. The smoke as well, twists. They got the bomb down, so they'll bring out AKs in the 3rd. Smoke down towards short. Suggest they'll try and just maybe get some mid-control. Maybe that Deagle will find a headshot, something. They've got HEs for window, perhaps. There they go. Didn't do any damage, unfortunately. 2 players in connector.
Back over toward A for JDM and Twist. And I'm betting they bust through this doorway with force, but bomb plant needs to be the goal. I've gotten one already. Slight upgrade on pistols, get another one. They'll be set in the next round. Especially with the MP9 in play. They've got rifles on everyone else. So I'll take that back. One of UMP, but Blade doing well with the MP9 to farm up some cash, so he'll be fine. Markelov gets JDM. No bomb plant is going to happen. Twist, last alive, gets found. Marky Mark stepping up.
He is. We'll check in with the scoreboards while we're here. It's going to be 15 kills for Wild Edit. We do need him to turn up for big performances. 12 for Electronic, 11 for Markelov on the Liquid side, 16 kills with JDM. Stanislaw 12, Twist 10. Nitro only was 6. He had some big rounds in the first half, but dropping off. Elige with 10 as well. So some of the big names that once tag team duo in the form of Elige and Nitro need to start stepping up here. 9-8, they bring the AKs out, as predicted after getting the bomb down in the pistol. 4 AKs, in fact, JDM opting for a bit more utility here with the UMP. They are fully invested into this one. Limited in terms of only having 2 smokes. That's it. 3 players in the underpass though. JDM leading the charge. Stanislaw working towards the B apartments. Might have a chance to find a player waiting on the other side. That's Waylander. CD's not giving anything away here. No aggressive play. Blade watching underpass. Wall bang damage out towards Stanislaw. Doesn't do much. Takes another 85. Time ticking away now. We'll be at the 1 minute mark soon. And Twist, he's in the palace. CT still with 5 incendiaries. Smokes as well. No orb, but they put an MP9. That could be their undoing. We'll see what happens there. Blade in the connector with the light SMG. Oof, giving it away. Hunt him down. Yep.
Yeah, down he goes indeed. JDM takes Blade. Kill to find.
You just want to hold like one of those tight corners of that weapon. I don't know why you're even trying to face that.
Like a challenge?
Yeah, maybe.
Challenge is the last spot at the major between Liquid and FlipSid. Flash to go over. Fast play to the site. First flash and second to follow. Third one's actually through the window. It's decently placed, but Markelov's got a light up. Waylander's got Stanislaw. As he takes in one, Elige gets him back. Markelov does manage to spray control onto JDM, but low enough for Elige to capitalize. Now watch the window because they are heading that direction. In fact, they're already going to be through the window. Ball planted. Nitro can't even draw his gun fast enough. So Elige, it's time. North America's best, you say? Well, prove it. Apparently he cannot. World Edit will take him down early buy for Liquid loses. 8-10 in favor of FlipSid with money in their favor.
Pause coming in, and that was a little bit weak from Liquid, I have to say. 1 by 1 out the window. Stanislaw, it seemed like there was a 3-second delay between him dying and his teammates trying to get the frag. He jumps out looking towards short, and then just easy frags there for FlipSid. No real pressure applied. They were limited in terms of only having a couple of smokes and flashbangs there, so it's understandable. Well, they've got to check absolutely everything, but it just didn't seem like the synergy was really there in terms of the comms when they're fully committing towards the B side. Big round for FlipSid, though. That's what we call a bit of a bonus round. You're coming in with the UMPs, the M4. This will be a technical pause. I think Zeus's mic is having some issues from what I can see, so he's just trying to work that out. So the pause comes in. Liquid. About 3.5 grand per player, give or take. Player with the most is JDM, 4.4. But that doesn't mean he gets the AWP. So if they buy into this, Be a rough round. Be like UMPs, couple of AKs, Tech 9. I think they just have to play the partial here and look to the next. 10-8 right now. Flip side, looking pretty good to find their 8th place. I don't have a major.
So working on sound is Zeus.
Yeah. So the coaches, if anyone is not aware, Valve events and pretty much all the other events now, coaches can only talk when the game is paused. You get 1 pause or 4 pauses per team, per game. And that's the only time the coach can really chime in of anything. So it's very important when you take these tactical pauses that obviously the coach can talk. That's his only chance to get the input in there.
Yeah, so the interesting thing is it is tactical. We've discovered a technical.
Yeah.
And I think the way to handle it is, and there's no one behind for FlipSid to be a coach, so it won't matter, but you would essentially freeze the tactical, not let the coaches talk. Obviously, Zeus can't. And then start the tactical once the technical issue is resolved, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So if there were a coach behind FlipSid,
Or Hellraisers.
they would have to be, they would have to be quiet during this process. There we go. Zeus is talking now, so we're underway.
Just to know, the server admin has control of TeamSpeak. He just mutes the channel, so they can't
Yeah,
talk.
okay, fair enough.
So it's not like they can there's no way you can cheat or anything like that.
But I was just saying the process should be as follows. Yeah. The more you know.
Well, 10-8, and the partial buy does indeed come in. I would say that would be a really risky commitment to force buy into this one. Tech 9s, 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs. Most teams opt to go towards the 8 side of the map. We are live once again. Bomb down towards middle, though. Not giving away necessarily what they're going to do here. 2 players at 8, 1 in middle, 2 in the underpass, presumably an A split eventually. One at it and played in the connector once again. All for one at it. Very strong position for the CT side. Win this round cleanly. You've got a couple of buys in the bag.
Shot well bet it. JDM down. Peeking with a pistol. A bit daring, but let's Nitro get inside the window. That kill could have created a scenario that we could have been optimistic about. Without getting such a kill, I think the round's pretty much done. Should be standard proceedings from here. Kills for Elise, that's all. Electronics. The plural gets twist. We're already short 1 twist in the major. We might not get either. Stanislaw. Last alive with bomb. Sneaky, sneaky. I doubt he gets anywhere, but 5 players to watch. No one's going to overreact.
Yeah. This partial buy pretty underwhelming. No real damage inflicted, as I say that though. A good shot from Stanislaw. Could get another as well, but I'll count that as a clean round pretty much for FlipSid. That's what they needed just to get their money really established this point. 10 grand for Electronic, 8 for Blade, and a couple of players a bit less than that, but still money in the bag. Good to go. All pal, single AWP for JDM, of course. Same story for Wild Edit. A double AWP set up yet for the CT side. That'll come out even when. If you start finding yourself losing a few rounds in a row, an adjustment required perhaps, that's when you do it. 17 kills with Wild Edit, so certainly showing up here in this best of 1. Flip side of the lead. JDM trying to get the first pick towards connecting. He knows that's where they like to play, but smoked out. Can't get much going now. Wall bang damage once again towards the apartments. Doesn't find much. CT's just giving up middle completely. No one in the window, no one connecting now. Blade is watching for the boosts. Happy to give this to Liquid, which is fine. Don't have to challenge it. Markolov watching tentatively on short, just making sure no one walks on the corner. So 4 in middle for the T side, and Twist is watching the A round for any aggressive pushes, but haven't really seen that from FlipSid. I think we had 1 round and they went off middle. That was it.
Smoke to land. That's going to cover everything. Blade stands inside of it. Markolov, though, trying to get elevated with a boost to see down into middle. It's going to work, but Nitro's ready for it. He'll find the kill and exchange. Watch Liquid trying to advance through connector because Elige has the position. He's forced Blade back. Well, then it's AWP. It's close to Cat. He could swing out if they're not careful. Especially with the flash going through. Nitro down. Blade gets it in and out, and the op still is threatening. On the corner, Elige falls to Blade as well. He's peeked out another on the shoulder. Sees toward Palace. He could find a third, but Twist Gets the shot in return. Smoke goes down towards CT. Flames where they want to plant, though, so Stan can't get the bomb in position just yet. And what he does, 39 HP that remains. It was 22 seconds before it was planted. Watch JDM, good read. Ooh, slow reactions, but somehow catches Waylander off on the second peak.
Yeah, free frag almost. 2 now. CT's going to be going for Electronic with a nice frag there towards Stanislaw. Out to Twist and JDM to hold them off. Both in the same position. Molotov's undercoming as well. CT's getting done though. It's going to be a very close round. That Molotov's good. Gets a CT off the defuse. That's a JDM to find the frag. Can't do it. I don't think he's done enough to win the round there. The flames will subside. The defuse comes in. Quite exciting finish. Good idea with the Molotov there. They're both in the same position. I think that was unraveling because JDM had already given his position away when he killed Waylander. And Twist joining him as well. Once they killed him, then he had a guaranteed position on him. Lock it down, rush Yorpa. And there it is. 12-8 map. Bomb going down means they can keep buying here. But that was the round they had the advantage. And now 5-0 for FlipSid in the second half. JDM showing signs of frustration there. Normally quite a calm individual. He did what he could. Dropped the Molotov there. If he hits on his no-scopes, maybe it goes in his favour. Pretty unlikely though. 5 AKs across the board. A weaker buy, but enough to work with here, Liquid. Fast towards middle this time. They've got the information that middle's given to them pretty much at the start of these rounds. No one challenging, so that's fine. Don't have to expend too much. A few flashbangs and one smoke towards connector. Starting to feel the pressure now. Coming to the end of this game. Lose this round, they'll be on eco, and it'll be 13-8. So that's quite a scary prospect. They need to almost guarantee their own victory in this one. If they don't get this, it could be do or die time. Need a bomb at least.
Smoke down at the bottom of connector. Good Molotov blade, Elish has to get out of that position. It's tagged up by the flash that was thrown through as well, so he knows he was definitely there, but now what? Smoke's going to dissolve on the window. Can't get in a position to boost. They'll readdress that, but they've got to cross over from connector at this point in time. Blade's gone passive, so they'll be able to do so as World Edit's not able to connect toward Cat.
What's the play here? The bomb's in connector. One on A ramp as well. If boosted into window, will be some sort of A pin set. Time ticking away then. 25 seconds. They haven't found a frag just yet. Bomb's going towards B. The looks of things, but that's shut down by Electronic. World Edit causing an absolute massacre here. 2 players remain for Liquid. They've got to save. Nothing will be happening yet. That was messy, wasn't it? I think they were going for the beast, but they wanted to go for jungle with the bomb, find that kill, and then attack. It just didn't fall. It just fell apart completely.
Even baiting out the broken window, Stanislaw just commits to it. There was no one there. They could have just spotted that, then he could have watched in front of jungle instead.
Oh, this is now really rough because they're could have enough to like force around these 2 AKs, but if they do that, that could be the end because JDM and Nitro can't drop, of course. They get no money for that. No bomb going down. So 2 AK save. They can't buy nades. Teammates can buy up Tech 9s, armored smokes. I guess at this point, it's like last chance saloon. Probably have to go for it. Zeus. A lot of pressure applied to him, the father figure of Team Liquid for sure. They're looking to him now for the advice. Communicating what his idea is. 2 AKs, 3.5 grand per player. Tech 9 being purchased. Doesn't look like they're going all in though. They're keeping the money about 2 grand. So they've got the Tech 9s, some armor, and a UMP as well. So Stanislaw's gone all in. Okay, that's confirmed. But Elise and Twist keep their money at $2,000 a piece. So something left over. World Edit looking very confident right now. Currently on 21 kills. One of his better performances in this tournament. Here we go, Liquid. What have you got?
Through smoke down into middle. They're going to go fast, very fast. That could catch off Blade. As long as they catch him while he's in the air, but well, then it's responded. My goodness. He's good on the hard shots, bad on the easy ones. That's what we always say. That was a hard one. He clips Elige on the shins. They managed to take him down and get in the sight, but then switching weapons, JDM gets found by Electronic, who has control of Palace. And Elige is going to get roasted. Through the boxes, Waylander has Twist down to a mere 16 HP. He knows he's going to be peaked from Palace, so he's not willing to work off of this. Flash will catch him in full duration. Stan saves him by getting Electronic, but Twist is in a very tight position. Waylander's got 1. Mark gets the other 14-8 in the bin for Liquid.
They get money at least. Maximum loss bonus and that bomb. That's what they needed. The bomb was the most important part of all of that. Yeah, but definitely not in a good position there. FlipSid looking very likely to book yet another place at a major.
Number 9. Revolution number 9.
Is this number 8 or is it going to be number 9? I think Paul's...
I can't remember.
Paul knows. I think he said number 8. I'm not sure though.
I think they said they've already been at 8.
Okay, well there you go.
Liquid's already been at 5. I don't know. Maybe it's... Yeah, you could be right.
Either way, they've been out a lot. That's what we're trying to say.
Something like that. Molotov land smoke goes on top of it, but Stan's going to push that smoke and Blade's not going to be ready for it. Where is he? Goes to jungle instead, so he's not exposed. Damage done. Nitro finds Electronic though, but there it is. Stanislav times it. Finally, they go in A front side early. Good shot, Markolov to find Elise through connector, but still trying to spray down on Twist. Markolov has Stanislav as well. He has traditionally stepped up in minors, or rather major qualifiers, I should say. I got minors stuck in my head, and then the majors themselves, but having a look at game here, he's got a chance for FlipSid to get back in toward the retake by getting 2 kills. Rolled at it. Downed by Nitro, though.
Yeah, FlipSid doesn't know how to do this one. They'll go for it at least. Waylander with another frag here. He's coming from the Palace position. Flames holding him off for now, though. JDM should secure it. And Waylander will indeed be falling back as the M4 on low HP. So I think Liquid, after that last round, when they went for the fast play towards connected, they've realized, okay, with Tech 9s and a couple of AKs, we managed to make this a really close round. We've actually got in the site. Blade doesn't seem to be ready to challenge us if we go very quickly. This time, they do the exact same round. It works out for them. Nitro, very good round from him. Pretty much secures the round with that frag and CT spawn. Finds World Edit. Blows his head off. And we have a timeout now, I think, would be for FlipSid. That would make sense. They've won 7 rounds in a row. That's the first one they've given away here in the second half. It's Markolov on your screen. Counter-Strike legend, of course. And this is a big fan. So, money available for sure. What did it get the ADPP out?
Coaching screens.
Yeah. They are really cool, aren't they?
That's very cool.
It's the first time we've seen that. So, like, the idea is the coach gets the view of all 5 players, the overview, and I guess
they got a radar as well.
A radar as well. I don't know if he gets the information on the team money, but
well, I assume if he's okay. So it's just the coach minimap. So it's yeah. I don't think he gets the full money. He would, I assume, be able to see it in the POV of each player though.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like if you had all that information.
Oh, right in front of you.
Yeah, so you just see all 5 players straight away. But that might be too much. It might make things too
pretty
easy,
sick though.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Cool. Really, really cool. Round number 24, here we go then. Liquid find one finally here in the second half. Still desperate for it though. Lose this, could be the end. That'll be a full reset for them. They're down to 3 players and $0. If they lose this round, only 1,400 is match point. Have to win this. Need to start winning a few rounds in a row now. Can't give anything else away. First kill for Electronic. That's not a good start. This time aggressive towards middle. The first time Liquid have seen FlipSid do that. That explode towards B. They get the kill in return. Waylander goes down. B side open.
B side open at low HP. Real chance to get inside. Liege will go all the way toward Cat. Cover off the corner, smoke down. He's got a reverse position, therefore, to watch on the window. No one's going to get in easily. Ooh, good shot. JDM on the World Edit. Markolov gets one in return, but again, they're bleeding out. Electronic on 4, Blade 14. Mark's really the only one that has a chance back in as Twist has not yet been able to get in to plant the bomb safely. We'll do so now. Segregating smoke from Markolov. Smart play, right thought, but can't get the kill, and Elise swings out to take him down. It's an admirable idea, and thankfully they get the follow-up from Elise because Electronic getting Nitro. This could have been down to a 2 versus 2, but it's 1 to find. Just Blade, and he's already saving.
He is. Big round there for Liquid, like I said. Not a single mistake can be made here. This is the round they had to convert. They managed to do it just about there. Electronic towards top and middle at the very start. Finds the first kill. Seemed disastrous for the Liquid side, but went towards B assertively through the smoke. Found the first frag and found also an open bomb site in the B area. So that was good. Markov certainly made things interesting. If he gets that kill, maybe there's a chance for that round. It's 2 in total, but that's all we'll get. Double digits now for Liquid. Still well within the grasp this game. Got a full buy for Liquid just about. With the orb saved. Oh, do they force into this? They've got like 3.5 grand per player in the orb. So they don't. They go for the more conservative approach. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Don't throw away the game here in your financial situation. Play like World at it. He can win rounds like this single-handedly. That's definitely a fact. On a map like Mirage, he holds in the right position to start the round. Could find himself 2 or 3 kills. Execution off the bat? Looks likely. Here we go. Smoke's deployed, flashes in. JDM to strike first. There it is, first shot.
Yeah, great shot. World Edit. right before the smoke blooms. He gets inside of the site as well. Oh my goodness, Electronic 5-7 as he snaps back down to get Stanislaw. But now is Nitro that gets something rolling for Liquid. The problem exists already that they're a man down, minute and 24. They still have possession of the bomb. But my God, it hurts.
Here we go. Time to breathe because Team Liquid have left the A side. They've recovered some weaponry here. Waylander with the M4A4. I did say one AWP is enough. When I gets that first shot, takes all the aggro away from Electronic, sets himself up with 2 frags with that 5-7. Great work by him. This round means everything for Liquid. They need to recover the situation. It's a 3-on-2. Still with the AWP and the AK-47. The problem is no utility apart from an HE grenade. That's it. Probably need JDM to open things up. They're both in the Palace? Okay, interesting. Luckily for them, I guess at this point, there's no one's really in the A side, but we do have Waylander who's lying in wait in CT spawn. So they're going to get a chance to get the bomb down here. If they kill him, that's pretty much round over. If he gets one, though, we still have a 50-50 sort of scenario on our hands. JDM coming out. Won't be able to spot Waylander, but that might be even worse, having no idea as to where they could be. Now it's given away. JDM to cover as the plan comes in.
That's, oh, I was going to say, a shot that can be walled. Do it now. Oh, and he gets the kill. He's so close to, he's so tempted. He's so tempted. Yo, you would have expected him to pull the trigger. I heard the op shot and just assumed it was him, but it's JDM killing him instead, and Liquid find a number 11.
Oh, it's scary though, isn't it?
Oh, Clara.
That's back.
Never left.
Never left. Immortalized. Well, okay then, a 3-on-2. It seemed like FlipSid did just enough there with the 5-7 kills. JDM though, nice shot and walled at it. That pretty much secured the round. Up to desk, we've got a rule here about that. Now you're excited. All available for the CT side. They have bought into this, however, losing 3 rounds in a row. Liquid start to close the gap, 14-11. All about for JDM, of course, after winning the previous round. He's in 23 kills. Great performance from him. Coming to the last few rounds here. 4 left. FlipSid definitely looking like the more promising team right now, but after losing the last few, still could go either way. Slower round from Liquid. No aggression for the CTs. Full default, straight line formation. Waiting for anyone to push into their crosshairs. Ali looking towards the B apartments, and Nitro and JDM carefully watch middle. Still with all their smokes and molotovs to work with here.
Very, very slow and timid this time from Team Liquid. JDM. Smoke now down on Cat late. Just going to try and take over middle. Watch the other side of it. Make sure there's no one there toward the bottom of connector, and there isn't. Safely discovered. Smoke goes out toward this exact position that Blade's playing in. But the hit goes to B. Oh, back turn. Back turn, please. Stanislaw get the kill and follows it up. Waylander goes down. Missed that opportunity, and you'd have to think things could have fallen apart, but you're right. Call to save early. Money is gone for FlipSid. This brings it to 2 rounds, 14-12. There's still hope for NA yet.
Just about. Candle keeps burning for them at least. Clean rounds, not giving a single frag away. Good timing from Stanislaw. Finds 2 frags in that B site. Slow default to kick things off as well. Decent mid control. Flashbang round short. Pushing the CTs back. He finds both kills. And the CTs have no chance, or choice I should say, but to save their weaponry. 3 M4s, and they'll get $2,400 or $2,900 after losing this one. They could want to give them some economy, it seems. Definitely worth the hunt. Take the money out of FlipSid's pockets, but actually upgrades them to an AK-47, so they can certainly still buy into this one. It's going to be very close. Overtime possibility as Matt breaks the studio.
It's just a bottle of water. Okay. Everyone calm down.
On the server?
No, yeah, but if they put the server in the same room as us. You think delays are a thing?
Yeah.
Jeez, man, you wouldn't even have an event.
Well,
we regret to inform you that we had to delay the event 1 week as we ship in a new server.
Okay then, well, here we go. We knew this would be a decent game. Liquid, certainly a team on the rise. The FlipSid, relentless as ever, want to make it to yet another major.
Yet another major. I want to go to a major someday, Henry.
You will. I think.
As a player.
Oh, okay. Well, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's gone.
If that happens in my lifetime, I'm out. There's a simulation confirmed.
See, that means that doesn't say anything though, because you're going to be dead by what, 30?
29, I'm aiming for.
Okay. Doesn't really give me a big window, does it? Well, Elige will get inside of middle. Stanislaw will start down from the top of the ramp as he comes out Elige from the underpass, so they'll converge toward connector flash out. Smoke at the top of it though, and they're a bit scared to go through, so even though they get the peek with the flash, Elige seemingly wants to go toward the window. At least his mannerism suggests that he wants to be boosted, and he will be. Stanislaw puts him up. Blade's the one that's watching it. I don't know if he knows. He certainly has to expect it. You have to when that smoke is down and you don't have any other information. And he will. Oh, but Elige wins it from inside of the smoke as well. But watch inside of the site. Electronic, Markelov, each finding kills, only one of which is traded back. However, Liquid do still have a man advantage. Bomb grabbed, but in the open. Waylander cannot connect, puts JDM on 18. That's good enough for Markelov. Traded back again, and they know Waylander has to be peeking back in from connector. Only a 1 versus 1 though. Nitro isolated, but he manages the frag. We're within 1.
I hate to point it out, but it seems like they're just trying to kill Blade at the start of every single round. So that seems to be objective. He's having a really rough time. They're currently set up. He's alone towards the window and connector position. Those are really key parts of the map. He's just not fragging at all. He's been on 12 frags for a long time now, and he seems to be getting taken down. I think they found a weakness in the FlipSid defense, and great tactician, never known to be a huge fragger. And there has to be another eco here. We're going to go 14-14, Matt. Oh, going to be a spicy, spicy finish, as you would say.
JDM is going to just watch with patience down toward the connector. We should get all 30 rounds.
Definitely. Overtime looming as well. And what a more fitting way to finish in the PGL studios than another overtime. It'd be rude not to.
And Krakow after this. We head to Cologne. This action resumes in Krakow, and it's going to be absolutely awesome.
It will be. Could be one for the history books.
Definitely warmed up to this overlay that we're working with. Amount of stats on screen. Elige going to go. Waylander waits on the right on the couch. Elige checks it, but a better shot from Waylander. Got the jump, never even a bullet fired from Elige. So Waylander can actually grab the AK. He'll do exactly that. Watch his push, though, because they're all coming into the courtyard, lagged up by the AWP. He does well to find an additional kill. We said we should get all 30 rounds. There's no guarantee if Liquid don't win this one. And they're down to a 1 versus 3. Shoulder spotted by Twist. Into the Molotov, but wants to smoke off first. Goes to the window, finds Blade before the smoke blooms. Molotov will land. Will they push through it? They will. Twist to go! A double push was almost caught off, but the young Canadian finds all 3 and keeps Liquid at 14-14.
FlipSid. Oh, they didn't have to face that at all. 2v1 situation, both running through the fire. I think you just wait, let him plant, and at least have a situation both of you can face at the same time. Just as it seemed like they've done enough, found all the kills, a 3 versus 1. The young talent, Twist, 17 years of age, stepped up at a huge moment.
Oh, the first one was predictable to go through the Molotov. He knew he was there, but Markelov to follow up, that could have been it.
Oh, it means so much to the veterans in the team. The young star showing up is such a key moment as well. 14-14 when it's in the round, it slipped away. Here we go, we've got a game on our hands here. Orb coming out for either side.
6 rounds straight.
Absolutely. What a turnaround.
After losing, what, 7?
7.
Unbelievable stuff.
Great way to finish off this tournament. Last spot available at the major. Go to either side. 2 rounds separates it. Here we go, round number 29. Do you know what? Whoever wins this round, the other team will actually be on eco as well. Depending on who does it, I guess. If FlipSid win, it's a full reset for Liquid. A lot on the line here. Big round.
Spray down from Elige. He knows World Edit's in the corner, but can't get him. EWP as well. That would have been gone if he could find the kill. Flashes out. Watch the push from Catwalk. Good kill from Nitro on World Edit, excuse me. And Elige, great shot on Markelov, because World Edit did great to find 1 in that situation. But if they'd been able to push from catwalk sooner and catch them off, oh no!
Surely.
Oh no! He thought he had Blade dead. He's down to 22. That's going to give Waylander a kill on Stanislaw, so we sit 3 versus 3. This could have been a much better situation for Liquid. Bad timing on the jump from Twist. Waylander gives them the advantage now of all things to work with. Oh, doo-doo. A kill that didn't happen. Nitro goes wide, finds the shot on Waylander. Watch the flashback through. Bomb is down in the site. It's with Nitro, not Elise, who's got position but not the aim. Blade gets close, 22. They step out wide. Blade trades it back. It's overtime secured. Map point first for FlipSid, not for Liquid.
Oh my God, that's so huge. Like I said, whoever wins that round, especially FlipSid, it puts the economy in the bin. No bomb going down as well.
And it's Blade that did it with the 22 HP after not dying in window.
He's been having such a poor game as well in the second half. It's huge for him to step up. Congratulations, Blade. 2 frags there just when the team needs it. Last pause here. Let's look at the money, shall we, for Liquid. Twist, 1,500. JDM, 1,500. Stanislaw, 2,300. This is such a stretch. Just when you need money, there's none available. Good Lord. It's looking rough. Good news is, money's not exactly established for the CTs. A couple of players of our nades whatsoever, Electronics on the UMP. Definitely not done here. They still have a chance of this one. You can see what that means. There's Waylander cheering emphatically. Round number 30, it's come in. Overtime now. Pressure applied to Zeus and his band of merry men. Final buy comes in. 2 Tech 9s, 1 Galil. Nitro, the only AK-47. Stanislaw, unfortunately for him, just a P250, opting for the utility. They've only got 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, and a decoy. Surely this is where FlipSid close it out. It'll take a miracle now from Liquid to do this. What's the play? What's Zeus come up with? Contact B with the AK. Looks that way.
What a desperate situation for Liquid. Again, it was Blade. It was the ghost of Blade with 22 HP. Markelov's got him sprayed, lined up. Twist, good response. They're in the site. Waylander gives up the angle as well toward bench. Only gets 1 back. It's Stan's found a kill in the meantime. It's only 2 players left for FlipSid. This could well go to overtime, but let's not get ahead of ourselves because they have to plant. No one's covering it. Nitro down. They at least get the refrag, but Electronic is in the site, and he's got it to a 1-on-1. Thankfully, Stanislaw has the angle. We will find overtime. 15-15.
God, Liquid tried their best to give that away. Good Lord. Planting like that when you've got no cover whatsoever, no one watching window or kitchen, that was risky, but saving the day just about. They managed to take it to overtime. Everything's reset now. Everyone can take a sigh of relief. Oh, what a game it's turning out to be, and overtime indeed does happen once again here in the PGL studios. Seems to be a common trend. What more could we possibly want for the last game of the major qualifier? 2 teams looking for that final spot in the major. 10K, MR3, first to 19 at the top. 18-18, we do it all over again. Here we go. Liquid have much more to work with, obviously, now. His pistols and Galils in the previous round just about get away with it. 1 frag would have done it.
Pop flash from Stan to discourage anyone peeking. Markelov's on the catwalk above where Liege now travels. The underpass for him. Bomb's been left well over toward B apartments, by the way. Even though they're checking top mid, can get there quite quickly, but they get ahead of themselves. Stranger things have happened.
Sure. This boost allows you to watch connector, and he plays pushing off short and looking to the window as well, just like that. Does considerable damage towards Blade. Like I said, his role watching connector and window shut down a lot this half. They've made it to overtime.
Elise has done that cool thing with his sticker where you peel it off, but it leaves the residue of his name.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So smoke down Twist. Works his way in A main. He's got to play off of those at connector. Typically, I like connector to be baited in by those at A main, but oh, running back Electronic. That's actually going to give away information. That'll give the guys at A main more courage. I was going to say with the setup, they would have to be more passive, but they'll work to Tetris. Nitro finds the opener. Electronic Shadow. They knew he ran back, so they know to check it. And Nitro finds the kill as a result. He'll plant the bomb as well as Stan rips the head clean off of Waylander. All 5 to stay alive for Liquid in the overtime round? Yes, absolutely. They'll go 16-15.
That's big. Very, very big indeed. Nitro rising to the occasion there. Looking very good, I have to say. He was quiet in the first half. Now he's at 21 frags. Actually top of the scoreboard overall. And managing to find the big kill required there. Round number 2. Assertive stuff there from Liquid. Low default at the start. Make the way for the connect after doing that damage to Blade at the very start of the round. Round number 2. 16-15. FlipSid lose this round. They're more or less eco for the third.
Stan with the smoke out toward balcony entrance. Flash out for Nitro to get to the boxes at least, and then smoke off window. That'll allow the entrance from the 2 players in the underpass. This has been quite common for Liquid. A lot of mid-pressure in this game. Less so with straight execution on A, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll other defaults.
Yeah, we would have expected to see a few executions by now. Good positioning for Elige. Spots it as well through the edge of the smoke. Knows that he's going to get a shot toward Markelov, and even if he doesn't get it, there's going to be someone responding and reads that correctly to get Blade. But Electronic getting twist back. It's up to Stan. Into the site, but Waylander hears him and steps it out in an unexpected wide peak fashion. Good shot, Electronic back at A. Finally, he's working in through the connector. It's down to JDM and Nitro. They won the first round of the overtime. Don't know that they'll find more. Low HP on Electronic. He's able to slip back into the site just before Nitro stepped out. But the nade will do it. He knew where he went. Sprays through. Finds the other low HP player. Nitro finally coming alive. Oh, missed shot JDM. EWP goes both directions from CT spawn toward A main and bomb planted. Nitro's going to play the smoke. Waylander won't know it, but JDM has to clear for him. Gun barrel should show. He goes down. Nitro's not going to move, and they're starting to expect that he's there. He goes back out, but it's traded. World that it's too close to call.
That was a 4-on-2. Definitely a little bit scary there for FlipSid. Nitro doing a great job with those first 2 frags. Well played. HE grenades. Then finding the low HP player on the steps position as well. Came right down to it. And waiting in the smoke. Seemed like he was detected towards the end. Money's still not great though for the CTs. Coming down to a 1v1 there at the end. I'm going to have players with FAMASes, maybe UMPs. I think we can drop 1 weapon, so it's still a relatively good buy. Big round here, looking for the 2-1 situation. Electronic there, taking down Twist. He didn't check the corner, and he didn't check it wide enough. And there's the final couple of frags. Final round of the first half here, currently 1-1. Could be a more aggressive round here for the CTs. 2 towards short at the very start. Markov and Mod at it, maybe boosting up.
Gets Blade. Electronic gets Elige. FlipSid could actually win out the overtime with the 2 straight back-to-back rounds. Markelov certainly finds Stanislaw, so that takes down the window approach. They're in the A side, at least with JDM at Sandwich. Twist will go above and beyond over top of jungle. Does spot up Waylander. Can't find the kill. He's dropped down. Twist wants to seek this because if he can find a kill, any kill, it helps their chances. Missed on flash, missed timing. Oh, watch the peek out with a Molotov. At least they confirm where Markelov's playing from, but still have work to do in this site. JDM, that was a big miss, goes back forward on the AWP, and he actually hits it through the box to the Tech 9 instead. He's going to duel it out, but now he's dead. It's Markelov with a kill. Twist knows where they both are. What a second shot. 17-16 in a response from Twist.
He steps up once again in such a key scenario there. The 1-tap to finish it off as well. Twist with 3 kills in the round. It looked like JDM could have done enough to get a second frag after he hit such a sick first shot there on the bomb site. 2-1 though, that's the headline. Liquid goes to the CT side with the advantage. 2 rounds will do it now. Get to 18. That's match point. 19 at the top of the scoreboard. That means they're going to the major. Overtime. Great way to finish it. That was the shot. They got as excited here. Twist. This one might have even been better. Boom. Good night.
Good night. Liquid 17-16 as they swap over towards CT. It's almost gutting that both these teams can't come to the major, but you're right, overtime is fitting.
Yeah. A real test of who's going to be the best team in this best of one. Orbs on either side, of course. JDM towards A. A split, almost certain with the current setup. 2 underpass, 2 A ramp, 1 top of middle. Elige, ready and waiting connector. JDM gets some vision on the A ramp. Spots a player, can't quite work out where he went though.
Shot from Markelov to open the round. It'll take down Elige. Shot as well from Waylander. Liquid's down 2 already. I say already, there's a minute still to work with for FlipSid to try and make their way toward the A site. Nitro gonna be spotted out by Blade, who puts himself on the box. That leaves him exposed to JDM, but JDM is one of 2 Liquid players to solve the riddle of a bomb plant.
Problem is, Stanislaw's coming in the same position as JDM. What are they hoping to do here? They got a flashbang, and you're just going to set up on a huge crossfire now. FlipSid, like, how do you give this away? They got a Molotov as well. I don't see them doing this at all. Liquid can do what they can. Unfortunately, well, that it takes down JDM. So this is going to be FlipSid with a really nice clinical round there, dropping 1 player in total. 2 kills from Markelov. Blade chiming in as well for an opening frag. Good stuff. Pretty textbook, and adding to claw 1 round back. 1 more on either side now will be the first match point. Money taken away here from Liquid. Once again, if they lose this round, they'll have almost nothing to work with.
Timeout. 1 remaining for FlipSid now.
Yeah, why not use it?
Everybody's relatively close in terms of frags. On Liquid, 25 the highest for JDM, 21 the lowest for Elige.
Yeah, everyone contributing at some point. Twist especially in the last few rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Electronic sits with 29 top of everyone. Blade's a bit behind on 16.
Yeah, well, he had that big round that actually got them to overtime, right? So, I guess...
Escaping death.
Yeah. Technical pause. Again. This time Liquid again. Let's see what they can do. I'm sure it's like a headset issue or something, so it shouldn't take too long. But the buy is starting to come in now. 2-2. Or 17-17. If you are just joining us, where have you been? This is the last game of the major qualifier. It's been a long road to actually get here, Matt. We have closed online qualifiers, then the online qualifier to the minor, and then the minor. Well, how many minors do we have? 4 of those? CAS,
Yep.
European,
Yes, 4.
NA,
Yep.
Asian.
The answer's 4.
Yeah, and then to the major qualifier. And then the top 8 from there goes to the major. This is the last spot now.
Another small comms issue for Liquid on this time FlipSid's timeout. Hence why FlipSid's not talking, even though it's their call, because they have to wait for this to be fixed. Stan, who came over in exchange for Hiko.
From Optic, and look what happened after he left.
Yeah, well, both sides of the coin were
Yeah, absolutely.
the opposite. One was polished and one got pretty dirty.
Yeah, Optic already not making it to the major itself. The future of that team yet to be seen. We're not really sure where that project's going to go. But here right now, Liquid hoping to make it. A couple of rounds separates them from being the 8th team. Same story for FlipSid, of course. 1-0 up, but we FlipSid here in the second half. What is the technical issue? Looks like a microphone thing again. This only adds to the tension. Does this mean Liquid on SCT side, just as the hype dies down for FlipSid, go for a super aggressive round? We have seen that previous in the first half, especially like JDM every single round. Palace, middle, B, underpass sometimes, trying to get this first picks, and with that in mind as well, send players up towards top of middle. It can be frustrating after winning the first round for FlipSid. Like, you want to carry on that hype and that adrenaline rush you have from that into the next and keep the momentum in your favor, but this definitely slows it down somewhat. It's not a big deal. I think it was something really trivial. The fact that we're laughing about that, I think Zeus probably stepped on the cable or something. They've just realized. Okay, now it looks like we're fine. Headset's going back on. And I'm sure he can talk to them. Let's look for the thumbs up. Still nothing. There we go. I'll have a look at the final buys while we're here. Nitro on a Famus. He had to drop an AWP, I think, as well. So gives the AWP to JDM. M4's coming out, of course, as well. No head armor purchase for anyone who's not aware. Don't need head armor in overtime. Not really a thing. Obviously, it'd be very rare for a T to buy anything but an AK-47 and an AWP. Head armor doesn't really matter against the grenades either. So looks like their headsets are working now. We can see Zeus chatting away. And he'll have 30 seconds just to give his final game plan here. And we'll go into round number 5. Possible 6 here in the first set of overtime. Double overtime definitely possible here from what we've seen so far. Not much separating these two teams.
Not much separating them at all. So op either side. World edit. T-sided op. He's known to be a bit aggressive when he's given space. Still holds the record for the most amount of kills in a single half.
That's on train against Echo Fox, I believe.
31 kills.
Yeah.
37 in the game that lasted 18 rounds.
It's the E-League, I think, as well.
That's correct, yes. Season numero uno, I believe.
I don't know. I wasn't going to say it. I'm not sure.
Well, probably best if you're not sure to not say it. Young
Exactly.
tip for all you casters out there.
Yep.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Here we go. We're back into it. Let's see if FlipSid can convert it to 2-0 here in the second half of overtime. Round number 5. All about for JDM. Looking for any aggression here. Nothing to report just yet. So he stand on either side. Stand on store towards B with Nitro. The AWP of JDM towards window to start, rotating back towards spawn, and we've got World Edit with his. Could find something here. Liege is by the step position. Oh my god, could have just walked into his crosser there. Luckily, World Edit is looking towards the steps. Sendry will push him back somewhat. Still has a little bit of room to work with there. Liege, very brave.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's just below where he would have been able to see, but we both saw it. I'm sure everyone did at home. There was a gap he still was working with. He's gotten closer, though.
Yeah, this is looking like a kill for Liege, actually.
You were hesitant to say that. I can hear the hesitation in your voice. You can see the hesitation for Electronic to go any further. What does a Liege do? Patience or not?
He could get flashed in by a teammate. We'll see if that's the thing.
Twist at least has his back covered, so he can afford to stay there a little bit longer. The only position not watched directly by Twist is watched by JDM. That's A main. Thank you. As Liege, therefore, is comfortable, content. Presetting the reaction time with his movements on a peak. With smokes going down behind him, that's going to be encouragement. That they will likely arrive soon toward A. Look at the amount of nades as well! Oh, Liege! We thought you had that. Electronic bests him, and as smoke covers off the AWP towards CT, Twist has flames all around him, steps out, does take bomb for a moment, but 21 seconds. If he holds that bomb, he could actually cause chaos. Down to 17 seconds, they still haven't recovered it. They find a kill from Blade, but all they have to do is just get 1 or 2 more kills, distract the play, and deny the plants. Exactly that round done, 8 seconds. The last remaining player is Markelov, excuse me. I was going to say Waylander over at B.
Yeah, pretty far removed from the action, unfortunately for him. He was hoping that he could play from short and the bomb would be planted for him, then he'd have a chance to defend it, of course. So, unfortunately, didn't really play out like that. A good start from FlipSid there, taking down Liege, as you said. He got dinked in the process, though, and Nitro going wild with the Famus there. Just what they needed. Double AWP set up to finish things off here. No bomb going down. Liquid once again have match point. FlipSid to find number 6 here. Pressure applied to them. Double overtime certainly still possible here. We got a full buy on either side. FlipSid of 4 AKs. And the AWP for World Edits.
Double op. Nitro been picking that up
Fast
lately.
play.
Very fast play. They're going to go contact. Oh, it's going to work. Twist down. A site open for now. And a missed shot from JDM. He's had a few. It's going to give them the A site. This could well be double overtime. JDM knows it as well. He checks to make sure the flames won't climb up and catch him off from the stairwell as Stan is forced back by way of smoke. He's going to get aggressive and at least reposition himself inside of the stairwell. Electronic will hug the benches. Notice JDM still inside of that smoke as well, so they're get more aggressive to take over jungle, take over position, and intercept the players retaking. This looks good for FlipSid. Fire to fire box. Waylander going to be forced out of position, hence the jump up, but Stanislaw can't catch the targets. It's looking grim as Whale edits. Will at least close out one more. JDM last alive, double overtime. FlipSid's not done yet.
That's why Blade's considered the master. Managing to bring a fast tactic just as Liquid got comfortable with their slow-paced gameplay there. Complete contact play, nothing given away at the start, not even a flashbang, just running up the A ramp. You could see the AWPer, or I think it was Twist actually, waiting on top of the CT box with a flashbang out. Had no idea that could be a possibility, and indeed we make it to double overtime. Everything reset, we'll get straight back into it, but the looks of things, time has begun once again. So everything just reset, everyone's unaware. Exact same rule set, MR3, 10K. Here we go.
Oh, Liquid. They've got to be feeling the heat now.
Yeah.
That Molotov's positioned well with two players that were there. Go for a backside boost. They both have to give up the position advan as a result. Blade, the lone warrior in mid for now. He's got players rotating above him on the catwalk. Off by a teammate who didn't actually get it through a very broad doorway, but JDM starts it this time. Makes no mistake to find World Edit. Nitro's going to watch over the shoulder of his teammate, but they swing inside of the site. They're much closer than expected. Twist only gets one. It's Nitro that knows they're there, but he also knows he's got problems because the smoke behind him is due to fade any second, and they're all over him as JDM does step in aggressively and catch off Electronic. And in doing so, catches the ball, but a minute to work with. That's not effective at this point in time. The lineup could be, and it is Nitro as he sprays down both.
Very calm there from Nitro. Waiting to see if he had the opportunity to get both down. Gets the first and gets information the second as well. Another faster tactic there from FlipSid. Going towards B this time. The fast split coming in. And they seem to be trading very effectively there until JDM comes out of the kitchen. Finds the player with just a Molotov in his hand. Takes him down. I think that was Electronic actually, but there he is. Started pulling the bomb out and all sorts, but Nitro to deliver the final couple of kills. Very well done by him. 1-0 for Liquid now. Always big to win these CT rounds, especially the early ones. Giovanni doesn't get completely obliterated in the early stages. Good Molotov from the terrace at the start. League goes down to 81 HP. Bombs are down in T-spawn, so this will be another slower pace round from FlipSid. Electronic makes his way through the palace area. Looking likely to be the A split once again with Blade at the A ramp, and JDM got that aggressive stance once again, actually looking towards the A ramp itself. This is something they bring out every few rounds, delivers it this time. It takes down Blade. That's key. The bomb's still down. No one can get that bomb. Look at the minimap right now. They can't execute any further until someone goes back and gets it.
Hence what World Edit's going to do right now. Waylander gets to mid, hugs the cubby. Watch for Electronic, the swing. JDM, with the smoke down, does he watch A main? Because the problem is he's got A main, connector, and Palace. And the Palace, Electronic swings, he's the best inclined.
Twist is watching it.
Yeah, I hate the rifle-to-rifle battle from that angle. That's why, because Electronic can control the peak. Elise does get Markelov. That should put JDM's focus back out toward A main. But Twist is wise, I think, to get in shadow and get away from a multiple angle situation. Manages to get the kill as well on the bomb before Electronic drops down, and it's 2 straight for Liquid.
Looking good now, 2-0. No bombs actually in either of those rounds. It's going to be a tough buy here for FlipSid. I don't think they have a pause left, you know. They're going to have to see what they can do with Galils and Tech-9s, but they've done it before. That's how they got to this overtime situation with mixed weaponry, A executions, and that's potentially what comes in here. Looks like more of a default from their setup right now. So 3 Galils, utility to work with. Oh, did it? No AWP, of course. Just a Tech-9 for him. Expensive purchases, those sniper rifles. They'll get you. Just the play. Is this another contact from Blade? He's got the flashbang in hand. Flash goes in, doesn't commit just yet.
Elise wants this fight. He's going to get it as well. Look at Twist with Waylander found. It's 3 to go. Make it 2. Markelov's down to Elige as well. Electronic. Now the only one remaining gets a kill on Elige. He's got a 1v5 this essentially. It's 1v4 now, yes, but he got the kill just before his teammate went down and bomb dropped. Twist will continue forward. JDM covers off the angle. 21, 3 straight, 1 to go for Liquid.
1 to go indeed. Looking very likely to be them in the major here, but still, no reason why FlipSid can't replicate that form. We're looking for 22 at the top now. FlipSid take all the time they can as this half switches over. Here we go. No double orb set up for FlipSid. Haven't seen much from them in terms of double orbs. Obviously Markelov known to be historically one of the best orbers, but not so much in this lineup or in CSGO in general, to be fair. One round will do it for Liquid. Last spot in the major will be theirs.
Stan's going to wait. Flames will extinguish themselves. JDM's tagged up, but he's on the AWP and still has 47 HP to work with. For World Edit. Gap. Smoked off though, so we won't be able to spot him toward the apartments anymore as Nitro looks at A main. Down to the archway, so watch for a jump out the window because they can afford to give up eyes on Catwalk to focus backside of the site, but they aren't committing to it just yet. They can go. Options there, double arch smoke, exactly that. Jump down, but you've got to check and at least consider with a trade as Nitro does get Waylander toward the bench and the truck. Nothing they can do through it, but Markelov has Nitro. Watch the flames, Twist is down. It's JDM versus 4. They've done well, and great shot, Markelov. Done well to negate the damage despite a smoke execution that really didn't unfold for Liquid.
Yeah, didn't really get rolling whatsoever. It seems like FlipSid knew exactly what was going on Markelov and Warder. They're chiming in a couple of frags there. Getting the bomb down was something though. Liquid probably knew the round was over, but in these overtime scenarios, getting that extra $800 per player can help considerably in the later rounds. So that's fine. Still have two in the bag here to try and close this one out. FlipSid looking good though. That's a really promising round from them in the second half of overtime. It's obviously a scary prospect knowing if you lose one round in the CT half, you're going to be done for, but going to kick things off. The Liquid just throw caution to the wind here, bring something fast to the table. Doesn't seem to be the case just yet. They have got 3 players towards the A side of the map. Sanasaur and Nitro holding towards middle. One round will do it. Looking likely to be an execution. Nitro comes and joins his teammates. Obviously have the smokes available to them. JDM there at the A ramp as well. Smokes off. Towards jungle. There we go, Matt. Final commitment. Electronic absolutely wrecking them at the A ramp there. Double headshot with the AK-47. And that could be the round, just like that.
Good shot. Blade, stand down. This Liquid, you got 3 in a row. Do not concede a triple overtime. It's only a matter of time before they break, surely.
It's looking likely.
And 2 in a row? There's going to be no money on this.
With the bomb go down the previous, they'll have... Yeah, it'll be like a couple of AKs, maybe Galils. Won't be the best for sure.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's, yeah, not the best. Nitro. Not sure what to do. And look behind him on the minimap.
Yeah, they're coming for you, son.
Sit there all you like, but I don't even think he's going to spot this coming. Here we go. Flashes around the corner. Gets back in A main. Markelov there. First one down. They're not careful. They can give up a few shots here. He's not sure what's going on. He's not sure where to look. He'll head toward the A side. As soon as he walks around the corner of the world, that it's waiting. And it's best to spar off with the 2 behind, but it is 2 in a row for FlipSid.
It is. They have pretty much broken the bank of Liquid. Definitely weaponry available for them. UMPs, AKs, Tech 9s. This feels like a missed opportunity there for Liquid with the 3-0. Quite hard to come across. Looks like FlipSid there will replicate it and take us to triple overtime. You never know though. Liquid with the Tech 9s and armor smokes as well. But Electronic, what a game he's had. He's on 39 frags right now. Doing an incredible job. Especially in that round. Toward today ramp. Great precision there with the spray. 2 AKs, 2 Tech 9s, UMP. That's it. Well done. Looking aggressive here. Almost certainly going to find the first kill. Misses out on the first. Molotov, or smoke, I should say, comes in. It's going to push through, though. This is confident.
Flash out. Blade backs off. Tech 9 for JDM. Triple overtime. Really, Liquid? When you had a 3-round lead, you had match point. You cannot give the veterans any chances. Nitro gets toward the ladder. They'll start to work the angle. He'll go up to clear the window. Blade, smoke down. Oh, well, hear that. Slow the pace. JDM. He has the bomb. B apartments with 41 seconds. He's going to be joined by Stan. But they need some aid from Nitro, and he's going to have to give up window to do it because there's 2 inside of the B site. One of which... well, I guess both of which are rifles. I was going to say the AWP. It's at mid still, so they transfer that over. But lead is going to be found by Electronic. Watch Nitro coming in because he's undetected thus far. Waylander's low. Nitro's got window. Nitro snap back, but it's not enough. Electronic's able to put him down. Bomb is in the site. 6 seconds. It is triple overtime. The response from FlipSid is 3 in a row.
We're doing a triple overtime. FlipSid somehow managed to get 3 in a row. Liquid just can't close this game out. Gave it a good go there towards the end, and Nitro a couple of frags. Had needed the third, though. His teammate too far removed. Ali's tried to fake somewhat towards the A side of the map. I think at this stage, just get in as a unit and try out the reflex. Maybe Ali just with them at that point. They didn't actually force any rotation whatsoever. He's just with the main pack. They might have got 1 extra trade, and that could have been the difference maker, but didn't fancy it. Triple overtime here. Been here before in Mirage map. We've seen some things on this map.
We've seen some things.
In this studio, on this map. Overtimes. What better way to finish up? Here we go then. But once again, fast play towards middle though. 3 players there for Liquid. Nice little patrolling towards the B apartments, of course, trying to find the first pick. Off towards the bench, flashing this side as well. Trying to force some sort of rotation here. Nothing on A ramp or Palace. This suggests a B split coming in momentarily. Smoke the window and connector. There they go up towards short. Oh, that's brave. They didn't smoke that at all, but same frags once again. Twist finds the opening.
Nicely done from Nitro onto Waylander. The round that they were missing, perhaps, in the last overtime is Twist for Molotov out toward the door. Liege bomb planted. B site all in the possession of Liquid. Are they going to call save overtime? They are. They don't want to risk a 3-0 again.
I guess when you know you've got absolutely no chance of winning the round. No, you've got no B presence.
Staring at. He almost looks disappointed in someone the way he was looking over with a condescending look on his face.
I guess the fact they got nothing at all when they committed towards short. And real damage inflicted or frags obtained. He will be slightly disappointed. If Liquid could have done that in the previous half, they would have guaranteed themselves in a place in the major, but it didn't happen. That's much better though. Sticking together, have the objective at the start. When you're this fatigued, been playing kind of for a few hours now, it's preferable just to have the most basic approach and just try and leave the fakes behind. Set pieces and splits like that are very beneficial. Here we go then, 1-0 for Liquid. Like he said though, CT saving weapons, intelligently I would say. We've seen some of the disastrous buys we can have in overtime. You think 10k sounds like a lot, but that dwindles away. Lose 2 rounds, you're down to pistols and shotguns.
Liege. And Stan. It's going to work out toward the apartments. Nades, oh, Molotovs as well. Stan's down to 65. Third nade could have been costly. Nitro will sit down at mid. JDM's going to head that way with the AWP, which there's no push. No push up toward the top of the ramp. Just throwing smoke. Didn't land in the window. Nitro's gonna push up anyway.
Yeah, time ticking away now. 30 seconds. Final commitment will be the A split. 3 towards connector. Twist in the palace. He's about to be the danger man here. 3 CTs waiting to receive.
Nitro's out from connector on the stairs. Blade gets one, but taken back by Twist. Watch Electronic go because he's out toward A main. He's got the bomb down. That creates a crossfire setup with World Edit on the AWP. And Waylanders arrive to get Stanislaw despite that he opens up the bomb's access. 9 seconds. JDM has to find 2 kills.
Save.
And it's, save the AWP because it's going to go 22 in triple overtime.
Well, indeed. 1 round left here. In the first half of triple overtime. JDM saves the AWP, but winning that round means FlipSid you get a full buy as well. Obviously, goes without saying, this round's very important, but T side especially. If you can get the 2-1 advantage on the T side, that's fantastic. Certainly a CT sided map still. Triple overtime for the last spot of the major. Not clear who's going to run away with it just yet. Both teams have their moments and their blunders, I have to say. What damage there? That's a blunder. Right into that Molotov and down to 69 HP each. First shot missed by JDM.
Covers off the window. Another smoke additionally deployed by the CTs at the bottom of the connector in mid. Markelov checks through the vent. One of the only vents in CSGO you can actually do 100% damage through without breaking. I think it is the only, if I'm honest, but meanwhile, it's back over toward A.
Execution to finish things off here. Molotovs will be going in. Flashbangs over as well. First kill very important. Electronics playing in front of the smokes but gets punished for that. Stanislaw finds him. What at it? Kill of his own with the incendiary. Bomb will be planted, but it looks things. The retake will have to begin. What at it? Desperately trying to find and deny the plant, and he does do it. Elise goes down. That throws the spanner in the works.
Well, they'll get the plant done anyway. Stan. No, they won't. Spins around inside. The smokes dissolve. Now they've got problems because it's 17 seconds to work with. His Twist pushes up. No one needs to peek. Blade should be calling the troops back, but they go aggressive, and Waylander gets the kill anyway. FlipSid take a 1-up. It's 25 we look for. They sit on 23. Liquid's held to 22.
How exciting was that? Looked like Liquid for sure we're going to plant the bomb, but it burns one alive, then denies it with the 5-7 as well. Twist, another 1v3 required. Couldn't find the heroics this time. FlipSid, you're absolutely right. Advantage now. 2-1 to them as they switch over. Looking for the 3-0s. Liquid for the win here. 2 rounds here. FlipSid will also do it. Electronic up to 43 kills. Leading the charge and then some on the server. Looking incredibly good. Double up set up to kick things off. That's audacious here in overtime for the financial reasons we've discussed throughout. Lose this one is extremely limited on the match points as well. First shot for JDM though, that's not bad. Takes down one at a... That was from the steps position towards a palace.
That's the start they need. A Finnish player who doesn't speak Finnish.
Indeed.
Waylander.
How's he got out?
That is impressive that he gets away with that, Elige.
Double Molotovs and AKs firing at him. Not sure he's pulled that one off, but good job all the same.
Smoke to the sky, not quite yet. Lands a connector. Another jungle.
Time ticking away now. 30 seconds. They will end up at A, considering the bomb's position, but they've got to operate quickly here. Blade's actually still in T-spawn. Waylander's underpass. They're going to have to be a bit segregated, but that's a nice shot.
Flash in doubly so. Only adds about an additional second in the timing of them, but it's enough to push JDM back to allow the plant for FlipSid. Looking for map point, 4 versus 4 on the retake. JDM sees above the smoke toward Palace, but no one's going to be playing there. As he scopes in and out, Waylander's going to get closer. Good shot, JDM, good read. Nitro's gut down Blade with the other ops. So the ops leading the way in the retake as the rifles get closer. Stanislaw gets toward the stairwell, but it's a Liege inside of the site already that wants to bait the shot from Markelov. 1 versus 3. Started as 4, and they've got a swing wide.
Ooh.
Nice shot, Nitro.
Wow, what a retake. The double orb setup. I questioned it at the start of the round, but 5 kills in total for the sniper rifles. JDM holds it out after losing the first 2 frags as well. It seemed like it was all going to fall apart there, but he finds some close range interactions with the T's. Nitro joins him as well. Combat AWPing towards the Tetris position, and he tied things up. 23-23. This was the opening shot. Found Wild at it. We thought that funneled in towards the B side, but that entry from Markelov set the tone. Great utility usage then as well. Molotov towards jungle, smoking the connector. And just about slips away from them. Number 5. Looking for the 3-0 is Liquid now. 2 more will do it. Double orb setup seems convincing. Nitro certainly proficient with the weapon. Great display of skill in the previous round.
Ooh, good shot by Nitro. Gets World Edit down, tagged up. He got hit in the shin through the wall, but it's a kill for Liquid to start it off. Winner of this gets the next map point. Be the 4th map point that we've had in this game.
Yeah.
FlipSid's had 1, Liquid's had 2. Markelov gets through the underpass. Blade will support that by throwing out a smoke toward the top of connector. Electronic will continue to watch from the apartments as he's done so many times. JDM wants to reposition. Oh, he sensed it. He sensed it well that there's a gap in the smoke. Reads it to perfection, but Electronic times it better. Spots the player in shadow. A Liege is going to float alive, though. He's gone back up. He's gone back up into his own flames. That is a 1G, and unfortunately, bomb is going to be planted on the back of it. It's still 2 versus 2, but a smoke down won't allow it to kill to deny the bomb. And as such, they'll push forward. Blade gets to CT. Nitro with 17. Gets inside of the connector. They want to continue to push. The rotation comes around from Stanislaw. And he's got to face off against Blade as soon as he gets there, who had his back turned originally, but gets the kill. 17 HP for Nitro. I don't fathom it. I don't see it, but we'll see if he can make it work with a fantastic aim and opportunity. Back turn the wrong way. Firebox, they're baiting him in. They want to face him together. And Markelov, too close to be detected, is going to get the kill in his backside.
It seemed like such a good round there. The first 2 picks in favor of Team Liquid. And the Liege caught under pressure. Like you said, he probably was going to die regardless, but it seemed like he still had a chance of getting 1 frag. Panics, goes up the ladder into his own flames. Really not a good time for that. It's match point once again for FlipSid. 1 round will do it. Money weakened for the Liquid side. Famis out, UMP as well. Gonna have to dig really deep here for this one. And we'll see whether they can somehow step up. Last round here, a triple overtime. Liquid looking for quad.
What a time. As Electronic was perfect on entry. It was a great read from JDM. Fantastic read from JDM to find the gap in the smoke. And then he thwarts it all.
Oh, it's going to be an execution of finishing things off here, man. As we take the bird's eye view of T-spawn there, they make their way to their final play. They've got the smokes, the Molotovs, CTs with an AWP. That's in CT spawn, but that will be smoked out for sure. Last chance here for Liquid. Quad overtime. And we'll go to the major. See what comes here. Flip side. Closes one out. What a game it's been. Thoroughly deserved. Underdogs in this tournament. Here come the flashbangs and the final commitment. JDM burning alive.
Flash under shadow, twist. It's going to wait in behind the firebox. Good timing to go back out, but traded out by Electronic, who again times himself well to walk out from apartments. You can see why he likes that position so much. JDM misses his chance to catch him jumping back toward the site. And another bomb plant, another retake for Team Liquid. Has to be successful. Not a bad little dink from Stan. Flirting with the opportunity to go for it again. Do not go through that vent, my dear. That is a dangerous thing to do in this round. Elige has gotten Waylander. That's going to open up opportunity for Nitro to come in, but he's missed it. World Edit gets two. It's down to JDM. As Stan does get caught out in the vent, it's all down to JDM. Opens it with World Edit, but Electronic's positioning as he walks up, misses it by a millimeter, and it's going to be, I have to say, flip side winning it out. Triple overtime. They will make yet another major. And too many opportunities slip away for Liquid. They will fall short.
Mixed feelings for me right now. It's amazing to see FlipSid at another major. Great stuff. This matchup is always going to have disappointment. Like Liquid, another decorated team of experienced players. You can see how dejected they look right now. What an epic game they gave us. Triple overtime to close out the major qualifier. Great performances from Electronic especially. Let's talk about him. What just happened there, man? He finishes with 48 kills. Probably the play of the entire tournament in terms of like recovering and finding frags for his team. Like he was just lights out there. Every clutch, every opening frag, the spray downs, the 1vx moments. He was just amazing. Electronic finding some great form there just when it seemed like they were out of it. Liquid.
His entrances from
right.
Palace
The crouch sprays
good.
with the AKs. Like haven't seen anything like it. Nuts. But yeah, you got to feel gutted for the Liquid guys. They were in my top 8 to make it this time. FlipSid, I didn't think they had it. Considering the season they've had, Matt.
Yeah,
we haven't seen them in like
thing.
anything like Pro League, ECS, like no big tournaments, maybe one DreamHack Open, that was it. No one expected them. Sure, they make it through every single major qualifier. We felt that this event would be the first time they don't make it.
13th, 14th in Premier this season.
Yeah.
Hanging on by a thread, and yet they continue to do it. I mean, you have to look at the relevance of not being in sort of a Pro League or E-League season, because that's where you sort of prove yourself to get invites to other events. They've been on the outside of that. They've had to go through qualifications and haven't necessarily been able to make it to the top level, and yet they do, again, to a major of all things. So FlipSid in, Liquid out. Cloud9's the only North American team. With that, we now have our 16 set.